So today to do is I will focus on this two variable case wherein your quadratic form is a two variable quadratic form. So it's qxy where xy are your input variables is equal to ax square plus 2bxy plus cy square. Remember, it's not a quadratic polynomial, it's a quadratic form. Now, in here, if a is equal to 0, if a is equal to 0, what do you think is going to happen here? Your quadratic turns into 2bxy plus cy square. So you have y here, y here. So the moment you take, in case a is 0, the moment y is equal to 0, q becomes 0. That is, if a is equal to 0, then q of any x comma 0 is 0. So therefore, it will be a case of neither positive definite nor negative definite. What I'm trying to say here is that the moment a is equal to 0, your quadratic cannot be definite. So let us assume a is not equal to 0 for us to come to a criteria for definiteness. Okay. So let's assume that a is not equal to 0. Now, qxy is equal to ax square plus 2bxy plus cy square. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take a common. So it becomes a times x square plus 2b by a xy plus c by a y square. Now what I want to do here is, in order to find out greater or less, one easy way is to create squares. So let's create squares. Now how can I create squares? See, I have x square here. I have x square here and I have xy term here. Alright. I have 2b by a xy. I know that x square plus 2xy plus y square gives me x plus y whole square, right? So suppose that your 2xy is this. Then what should your y square be? Then the y term will be, so you will add and subtract that. So this becomes a times x square plus 2b upon a xy plus b upon a y square plus c upon a y square you already have. All right. So this will make it. Now since you've added this, so you will subtract it also. So it's a part of this. So you will have, that means x plus b by a y whole square of this plus c by a minus b by a whole square times y square. Okay. Now, this is a whole square. So it's positive. And this is y square. Y square is positive. Right? So for this entire thing to be positive or negative, but first let's talk about positive. So for this entire thing, so x plus b upon a y whole square is positive and y square is positive. In fact, they both are strictly greater than 0 also. Okay. In fact, they are strictly greater than 0 for all xy not equal to 0, 0. All right. So if A is strictly greater than 0, if A is strictly greater than 0, and then what you are multiplying with it is also positive. Now, how can that be positive? This is positive, this y square is positive, and here you have a plus sign. So, in case this expression is positive, then this entire thing becomes positive. So, if A is strictly greater than 0 and C by A minus is B by A square is strictly greater than 0, then automatically you will see that your Q is positive definite, and that's happening for all xy not equal to 0, 0. Right? And on the other hand, if this A is negative, now this A is negative, it's getting multiplied by the entire expression that you have here. So if it's getting multiplied by the entire expression, this is negative. And in case this is positive, then the result will be negative. Now, why am I talking about positive here? It's for a simple reason. This is a whole square, this is positive. This is a whole square, this is positive. Now, if this expression is negative, then you are a positive number minus something. You wouldn't know what the sign would be. You can't figure that out. But in case this expression is positive only, then this entire thing which is getting multiplied by A is positive. So A is negative. Negative multiplied by positive gives you negative. So therefore the condition will be that if A is strictly less than 0 and again C by A minus B by A whole square, B by A square is strictly greater than 0, then x qxy is negative definite for all xy not equal to 0, 0. But in case this expression is negative, then there wouldn't be any conclusion. That is why you require it to be positive. So what is the condition that you have figured out? So for positive definite, if A is strictly greater than 0 and C by A minus B by A square is strictly greater than 0. Now, what you get from here is another thing. So, A is positive. From here, you get C by A is greater than B upon A whole square. Or in other words, AC is greater than B square. AC is greater than B square. Now, A is positive. B square is positive. What do you think will have to be C? C will have to be positive only, because if this product has to be more than a positive number, C will have to be positive. So in turn you also get finally that if A is greater than 0, C automatically greater than 0 along with C by A minus B by A square is strictly greater than 0. Then Q is positive definite. Similarly, if A is less than 0 and C by A minus B by A square is strictly greater than 0. Now what do you get from here? Well, this will give you that AC is greater than B square. This time A is negative and B square is still positive. Now how can AC be more than a positive number when A is negative? Only in case C also is negative, and negative multiplied by negative gives you positive. So therefore, if A is less than 0, C is less than 0 as well, and C by A minus B by A square is greater than 0, then Q is negative definite. Similar arguments are for positive, semi-definite, negative, semi-definite. All you will have to do is just include equality as well. Okay? I hope this concept for two variable is clear to you guys.